Good day everyone. My name is Hanjabam Sarachandra Sharma from Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today I am going to present a presentation on the paper titled Machine Learning Based DoS Attack Detection Techniques in Wireless Sensor Network, a review. So first of all, let's see the contents of my presentation. First it will be introduction, second wireless sensor network, then a brief discussion on sensor nodes, DoS attacks, DDoS attacks, research works on ML based DoS attack detection in wireless sensor network, then research works on ML based DDoS attack detection in wireless sensor network, and finally the conclusion. So now let's move on to the introduction. So in this introduction we have so a wireless sensor network is an assembly of sensor nodes that are scattered throughout a place or region where involvement of human in data collection is either considered hazardous or deemed to be unnecessary. So here in this particular slide, so we can see the sensor node and this is the base station. These are the sensor node and this is the base station. So the main role of this sensor node is to collect data from the environment, such as humidity, temperature, air pollution and heat from the environment, and continuously send it to the base station. All the data will be transferred from one another and then it will be finally sent to the base station. So each wireless sensor node, so this is a wireless sensor node, each wireless sensor node will have a processor or a microcontroller, which is the computational core. Then we'll have the transceiver in order to send and receive data or packet, and we have the memory, that is the SRAM, and we have the sensors and a battery to power up the wireless sensor node. So now let's move on to DoS attacks or denial of service attack. First let's see what is denial of service. So denial of service is a condition that hinders the normal functioning of a network, such as traffic flow, resource exhaustion, etc. Then such condition may lead to obstacle in the network functionality. And if these conditions are done intentionally by an attacker, then this is called a DoS attack. Now further moving on, such attack may reduce or destroy the network functionality by affecting the availability of resources and services in the network. Then it also modifies the infrastructure configuration, devours resources, and may physically destroy the network components. Now moving on to the types of DoS attacks, there are some types of attacks, that is the black hole attack, then we have the gray hole attack, then we have the flooding attack, then we have the scheduling attack, wormhole attack, and exhaustion attack, and many more. So moving on to DDoS attack or distributed denial of service attack. The DDoS attacks are DoS attacks that are done from many different locations using many different systems. But in case of DoS attack, the attack is done from a single attacker or from a single device. Its main objective is to disturb the normal functioning of a network by maximizing the resource consumption. Multiple request messages are sent in the network by attackers to increase the network congestion. So now we have seen DoS attack and DDoS attack. In DoS attack, a single attacker or a system is used to target the network or its component. Whereas in case of a DDoS attack, multiple attacks are done from multiple locations. So now moving on, we have in DDoS attack, it can be further classified into two types. The first one is the direct attack and second one is the reflector attack. In direct attack, attacker sends massive amount of traffic into the network directly. But in case of indirect attack, attackers, let's say, use a node or tricks a node to send multiple amounts of legitimate traffic in the network to overload the traffic. So these are the two types of direct DoS attack, DDoS attack. So now moving on to the research work on machine learning based DoS attack detection in wireless sensor network. So firstly, we have author Klassen M et al. So the machine learning technique that they use is Bayesian. So the limitation of their proposed work is they need to minimize host and destination node number and to increase network size. It fails to classify between normal and malicious node. And the remarks, those attacks include black hole attacks are detected, but malicious nodes are not detected. So the second paper cited 5, Nabil Ali Al-Jareh, et al. So the machine learning technique that they use is neural network. So the limitation of their proposed work is it fails to detect flooding in data link and network layer. And the remark is 98% detection rate is achieved. And the third paper we have Lee W and et al. So the machine learning technique they use is KNN. So the remark is based for dynamic network detect fresh attacks in the absence of previous knowledge. And the fourth paper Kim and et al. Entropy based decision tree is the machine learning technique that they employed. So higher detection accuracy is in comparison with entropy calculation is achieved. So next we have paper number 8. So Hussain K. So the machine learning technique that they employed is bias estimator. So the limitation of their work is it consumes more energy and it is not efficient in preventing scene flood attack. And the remarks of their work is it works well in detection of attacks before the destruction of the entire network. And the next paper is Chandre PR and et al. So the machine learning technique that they use is decision tree, and the limitation of their proposed work is not efficient in preventing DoS attack, but it detects and prevents DoS attacks. So paper 10 Abdulaziz I Al-Isa et al. So the machine learning technique they use is VM and decision tree. So the limitation of their proposed work is data mining techniques and classifiers are missing in their proposed work, and it can only detect selective forwarding attack. So the remarks are decision tree gives true positive rate of 99.86% and false positive rate of 0.05%, and SVM method gives true positive rate of 99.62% and false positive rate of 0.09%. And the next paper cited 11 Ras AV et al. So the machine learning technique that they use is SVM and NNN. So it fails to defend DoS attack. SVM gives better performance than NN. So next paper is Jinjian D et al. So the machine learning technique that they employ is SVM. So the limitation is only those attacks can be detected. So the remark is malicious nodes are removed in less time. Next paper Q H et al. So unsupervised learning and SVM. So the remark is detection rate is highest with lower false alarm rate. So next paper we have Boker GM et al. SBM is the machine learning technique that they employ. So the remark is higher detection rate with lower time consumption. Next paper we have Lee P et al. So random forest is employed. It can only predict and detect those attacks. Detection rate of black hole is 99% and gray hole is 96%. So next paper we have Ramesh S and et al. So they use DNN. So their remarks is more efficient in comparison with the RAS HO, TMS and SVM DoS. Next paper is on. So from here we'll start research work on machine learning based DDoS attack detection in wireless sensor network. So the first author will be Samsirvan and et al. So fuzzy Q logic is the machine learning technique that they employ. The limitation of their work is lacks the power to detect new or prevailing attacks and need to include data of other attacks type. Remark: detecting attacks and accuracy in defense yield a larger improvement than available method continuously self-learn. The next paper Hafiz Hussain Raza Seraji et al. So Q learning is employed. It fails to detect other techniques. Security detection and defense is improved. Next we have Juvair A back. SOM neural network not suited for the wireless sensor network due to energy constraint nature of the victim nodes. Increased detection efficiency. Next paper we have Abdul Aljuma and et al. So ANN is employed. More than 95% detection accuracy is achieved. So the next paper is Barkey L and et al. Naib based KNN, K-means and K-metrics. So their remark is use of machine learning in detecting the DoS attack yields better results. Next paper is Ifzan S and et al. So online passive aggressor is used. Need to combine with other algorithms to increase detection accuracy is their limitation. Then their remarks is 96% detection accuracy as compared to offline models. Next paper is Ferak MA and et al. Deep learning is the method that they employed, and their remark is deep learning technique provide better results as compared to other techniques. Then next paper Isa MH and et al. So the machine learning technique that they use is LSVM, NN and decision tree. So the combination of decision tree and random forest yield better detection accuracy. And The next paper we have Vale P and al. Edge-based machine learning is the technique they use, and remarks is scalable and efficient with respect to storage and computation. And next paper is Mohammed and al. SBM radial function yields better accuracy in comparison to linear and sigmoidal function. And the last paper is P and al. So machine learning technique they use is C4.5 and CART classifier. C4.5 outperforms CART classifier when the node density increases, but CART accuracy is consistent when compared with C4.5. So now, finally the conclusion. Various attack detection schemes using machine learning techniques for detecting DoS and DDoS attack in wireless sensor network have been reviewed in the paper. In order to provide a very sound and robust security mechanism to wireless sensor network, development of attack detection technique using machine learning is essential. It can be seen from the current literature that very few number of DoS and DDoS attack detection schemes have been developed using machine learning. The need to develop new machine learning based technique to increase the attack detection accuracy could be essential future research direction. The role of machine learning based security attack detection scheme will be highly important and promising to secure the wireless sensor network from several types of security threats and attacks in general. So here are my references. Thank you.